A very important issue that's missed the national discourse, the attention of the national media in the last couple of days, EIA Draft Notification 2020. A lot of you have written to us telling us to talk about EIA, and here we are. EIA Draft Notification 2020 is currently in public domain, ladies and gentlemen. It's open to public scrutiny, public discussion. So I would request each of you to go through the website, the Ministry of Environment and Forest, and look at the EIA draft and register your strong protest against EIA 2020. And before I tell you why, let me first tell you what EIA is. EIA, or Environment Impact Assessment, is basically an assessment that happens of every infrastructure development project that happens in the country. EIA scrutinizes a project, looks for all the pros and cons, and then decides whether to give a go-ahead to the project or not. This is the process that the EIA follows. After its assessment, the initial findings are put in public domain. There is a public consultation process. So if you're a stakeholder and there's a national highway which is being built around your neighborhood and it concerns you, you can actually register your protest against that national highway up till now, according to law. There is a public discussion, as I mentioned, for 30 days, post which a final document, a final report is sent to the Ministry of Environment and Forest. The ministry is obliged to take up the report. So EIA therefore is a big thorn for all those companies that do not comply with environmental laws, and also is a big rescue for people who are affected by a developmental project. Now, what changes after EIA 2020? So EIA draft notification replaces the EIA notification of 2006. It dilutes the EIA laws to an extent that the law in itself will become a paper tiger, and you and I as stakeholders will have a very little say on what sort of projects are being built around us, even when they impact us. I'll tell you how. The first dilution is where EIA 2020 allows for an ex post facto clearance, which means that certain companies can start operating and start developing infrastructural projects, let's say a power plant, and will not have to take its due clearance from EIA. It can take a post ex facto clearance, which means after it has started operating. And if it's found to be not complying, in that case it only pays a meager amount as environmental compensation and gets away with it, regardless of the damage that it has caused to the environment and the livelihoods of the people. Second is the public consultation process, the timeline of which has been reduced. The window has been reduced from 30 days to 20 days. So if you and I have a problem with that national highway, we have 30 days to apply as per the law now. But if the new notification goes through, the 2020 notification goes through, that timeline will be reduced to 20 days. In most cases, it's not people like you and me who are affected by a developmental project or an infrastructural project. It's forest dwellers, indigenous people, and 30 days is still a too little window. 20 days window will still be shorter for people now to register their protest, to tell the government why a project should not happen and how it will harm them. So the timeline for public discussion has been reduced. Now, thirdly, many projects now can get away without a public discussion at all. So there need not be any discussion with the public, discussion with the stakeholders such as ourselves. And these could be small projects or significant projects that government thinks is significant. For example, inland waterways, national highways, and a lot of similar projects now need not indulge in public discussions at all. There is also a new category of projects called strategic projects that government believes are strategic, and it can get away without discussing it with the public, without discussing it with you and me. So we literally now have no say. Remember, army installations were already outside the purview of public discussion. So now we are talking about developmental projects, roads, national highways, in fact dams, etc. And we will have no say on all these developmental projects. So this will be development at the cost of you and I, the people. Finally, as per the 2006 draft, a company, a project manager, had to send a report on compliance every 6 months. So there was a biannual requirement for a company to send a report to EIA that it is complying with the law of the land, it is complying with all the environmental laws. That will now be extended as per 2020 notification to 1 year. So a company need not comply the entire year, but when it's close to sending an assessment report, it could just might as well make a few tweaks and start complying. As I mentioned earlier, these are some of the major highlights of the draft. There are other issues with the draft. We have been discussing with the activists and environmentalists who are quite angry with the new 2020 notification. Although it paves way for development, but this will be development at the cost, as I mentioned, of us the people, and therefore it's important for you and I to register our strong protest against the draft. The window for registering your protest is now 11th of August. It was initially 30th of June, and you still have more than a month to go before you can read up the notification. It's on the website, a link is provided in the caption, and tell the government that you do not want a law that means development at the cost of environment and at the cost of our livelihood.